She used to give us stuff and take us to church every Sunday.
She saw a pattern that maybe he will change. She gave him chance after chance. I think it was more or less she didn't just know the ramifications of staying in that relationship, that it will ultimately lead to her death.
I think about Michelle all the time. I mean, the kids can't help but think about because they all favor her. Rick especially, she have ways like her, laugh like her. Sometimes she be in the basement and I say, my goodness, sound just like Michelle.
Children cannot control their own destiny within an abusive home. They have nowhere to go.
They would talk about how he would just throw water on her, how he would curse at her, how he would lock her out of the house. They would be afraid, they would be sad. The oldest one would gather the other children with the other little girl and go into another room, try to get out of the way.
Could you please help me? What is it? Could you please help me? How old are you? I'm 6. You're 6? Yes. Okay. We have somebody coming. What? I need help. Somebody. I'm trying to get somebody.
The number of times he stabbed her was 32 times.
Was she still alive at that point?
You know what, we don't know, really. They said the injury that she endured, it didn't look good. We didn't know.
What was your first contact with the Children's Center?
Ms. Betty Cooper. She was sitting in the courtroom with us. She stayed with us the entire time. And she introduced us to the Children's Center bereavement program.
I'm a court advocate. I would contact the family to see if they are interested in our services. We would provide bereavement counseling with clinicians, and I would provide court advocacy, which means that I would be with them through the whole court process.
I hate it every time I look at a media story where they say that something happened to this child and their life will never be the same. They'll never recover. But to suggest that someone is ruined because even something as terrible as a death in the family is unfair to that child, when that child can get the help they need and live a wonderful, productive life.
We don't always think about how much those relationships impact the youngest of our children. Even babies can be impacted by the stress in the household.
What first brought you to the Children's Center?
Aheem's behavior, and because he was acting out and the center we was going to before wasn't helping with his behavior. He has behaviors where he scratches himself, he bangs his head.
What does the Children's Center mean to you?
They're a big help because his therapist, I can call her anytime and she's there for me and she answers all my questions. And it's just a big help, and it lifted a lot of stress off of me. I'm not so stressed like I was before I started coming here. I was very stressed.
When they aren't strong enough to do it, we go out and we embrace them and we pull them in and we hold them until it's like having frostbite. You can't just throw all the heat at them at once. You just embrace them and let them warm up to you and warm up to the idea of being healthy and whole and happy. And once they've gotten to room temperature, then you can start doing your work.
Now he's feeding himself and I'm not have to treat him so much like a baby. He's starting to become a big boy. I can depend on him picking up a spoon and feeding himself.
The Children's Center has been like a family. They embraced us from the beginning. Then my son and I even started going to her afterwards for post-traumatic stress disorder that he was having.
I wrote a picture of me and my mama and Rika.
Kids in particular need really that specialized attention by people who know what they're doing. That's why we're at this office so pleased that we have a relationship with the Children's Center, because they can work with the children and their families to make things better.
People who believe in you when you don't believe in you. People who have the vision to see you as whole and to see you seeing yourself as whole and valuable and worthwhile. You need those people because those people become your eyes when you can't see. They become your spine when you can't stand. Those are the people who sustain you, and that's the kind of work that we do here at the Children's Center.
This is something that will, in one way, be always with them, but as time goes on, it lessens, but it's always there.
Because so many women didn't make it out. But if I can put a voice to the silence, that's what I want to do.